It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the...
You could say the gender wage gap in Hollywood is in the spotlight, and some people may question whether the debate about which star of American Hustle got paid more even matters, when these actors make tens of millions of dollars a year. But some have credited the entertainment industry with kickstarting the US state of California's new Fair Pay Act, which affects all people in the state.
I don't think Hollywood's the most important thing. You know, there are women in the workforce in all different capacities that are doing wonderful work that need to be compensated in a way that not only is in line with what their male counterparts are doing.
Which raises the question, what exactly does the gender pay gap look like beyond Hollywood?
Hemos avanzado, pero los cambios no se han producido a la velocidad que esperamos. Según el informe del Foro Económico Mundial sobre brecha de género, las desigualdades entre hombres y mujeres solo se han reducido en un 4% en los últimos 9 años. Es decir, a ese ritmo necesitaríamos 81 años para eliminar las discriminaciones que persisten.
As part of its look into the state of global gender equality, the World Economic Forum uses its Executive Opinion Survey and information from the United Nations International Labour Organization to compare the wages of women and men in equal work in 142 countries. The WEF and ILO use monthly and annual salaries to create their reports. Chile came in 128th out of 142 countries in terms of wage equality on the WEF's list. A disparity in pay between genders exists in nearly every country, in just about every field. The US Bureau of Labour Statistics found that oftentimes, the more the job pays, the wider the gap. For example, female doctors in the US are reported to make an average of $56,000 a year less than their male counterparts. The UN says that as of 2 years ago, women were employed at a rate 1/4 to that of men. In most of the world, they're a lot less likely to hold positions of power, but the difference in pay exists even in places where women are more likely to be the boss. Both the International Labour Organization and the World Economic Forum report that in Jamaica, women are more likely than men to hold executive positions. It tops the WEF's list for women in leadership roles. But even still, the country does a poor job of paying them for their work. Women earn about 60 cents for every dollar that a man does.
I think women want choices. They want to be able to succeed. They want to take the position that might be 60 or 80 or 100 hours a week, and yet they still feel the responsibility that they have to go home and raise their children.
UN studies have shown that women spend more time taking care of their children and doing housework than men do. This often requires them to work fewer hours and at lower risk, lower paying jobs. And this is one reason some people have criticised looking at the wage gap as a measure of gender equality. But because of the effect of child rearing on wages and the fact that women without kids are actually less affected by the wage gap, this secondary phenomenon has been called the motherhood pay gap.
I think that women do it to themselves, right? It is a personal choice that we make along the way, and I think a lot of women opt out because they want to stay home with their kids.
That may be, but many people still say that until societies change and household labour is divided more equally, the choice to work fewer hours really isn't one.